guys, how's it going? My name's Chad, and today I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about your first bodybuilding competition. Now, as a fitness and health promotion student, as well as a lifter with over 6 years of lifting experience under their belt, and as a general fan of the sport, I know a few things about bodybuilding. Now let's get started. Now, to first give a caveat and give you guys a little disclaimer about bodybuilding, the first thing you should know is that this is a completely subjective sport. Now, it is a competition, and it is judged on the overall best physique there at the competition. It's a lot like a male beauty pageant, and it's not objective like a powerlifting competition. It's not lifting X number of weights for X number of times or anything like that. It's all up to the judges. Now, this can be influenced by things like politics within the bodybuilding community, as well as things like what an individual competitor has contributed to the community and other things that the judges may consider, such as that. All right, to get things started, once you're 12 months out from your competition, this is going to be around 1 year from the competition date. This is when you're really going to want to start to think about which show you want to compete in. This entails things such as whether or not you can win a pro card at this show, things like the other competitors that might be at this show, all the things that you need to succeed, and whether or not entering the show is going to be something that's conducive to your growth as a competitor in the sport. Things you're going to want to focus on are, again, picking the show as well as developing your off-season program. This would be things like focusing on specific body parts or really tailoring the program to developing the body that you want to present on stage. Next would be eating quality foods. Again, just because this is part of your pretty far out within your bulking phase, it's not a license to eat whatever you want. You still have to focus on getting in quality foods to fuel the body that is going to be the one that's going to be potentially winning a competition. And lastly, tracking your progress, whether this is seeing the weight on the scale go up to make sure you're putting on enough weight and putting on muscle, or the fact that your lifts are going up and you're getting stronger, so you know you're hitting progressive overload. All right, guys, now you're 6 months out from your competition. What do you need to focus on now? Now is when you really need to dial in your mandatory poses. Those are the poses that the judges are going to specifically be looking for when you're on stage. Of course, everyone's going to have their own individual routine, which would be composed of their favorite poses, but these are the ones that judges are going to ask every single person to do, so you need to get good at those. Next, you need to change your routine. So this would mean really focusing on your weak points, seeing where you're at, seeing if the program you developed at 12 months out is paying off, paying dividends, seeing if your body is responding in the way you want it to, and if you need to make any changes. And lastly, you need to start dialing in the diet a little bit, getting rid of junk food and introducing some cardio so it's not overly strenuous when you're close to your competition. 18 to 12 weeks out, that's when you really want to start dialing in your competition diet. That's generally the amount of time that most bodybuilders take from going from their peak of their off season into the most shredded that they can possibly be. It takes about 18 to 12 weeks. So in that time, you need to be really strict with your diet, and you need to start tracking everything you eat, especially if you're fairly new to bodybuilding and you're not attuned to the amount of protein and carbs in each meal that you eat. You need to really focus on focusing on what it is you're putting into your body, as well as consider show day outfit as well as your style. So this would be everything from the type of board shorts, if you're in men's physique, or the type of trunks that you're going to wear, as well as your hairstyle, whether or not you're going to wear glasses or earrings, something like that, whether or not you want to choose to stand out, or what kind of outfit you're going to wear. When you're 8 weeks out, you want to register for that competition. So you've already decided on what competition it is that you wanted to compete in. Now is the time to actually register for that competition, which leads us into the considerations for 6 weeks out. Now, these would include travel arrangements as well as tanning, because of course everyone knows in bodybuilding you need to be tanned up, show off your muscles better, but you also need to consider the need to travel. And this is because to win a pro card, which will allow you to progress further and compete in national competitions or something like the Mr. Olympia, you need to first win a pro card, which needs to be at a national level competition. Now, those aren't held in every small city, every small town, so you need to consider the possibility that you have to travel to somewhere else to compete in that competition. All right, guys, so once you're about 3 weeks out, this is when you're going to really want to solidify that routine, make sure your posing is on point, and you know exactly what you're going to do and how to present your physique on stage. Again, this isn't a diet explanation or how to, so peak week, I'm just going to explain that basically this is when you're going to start your water manipulation, as well as reintroducing your carbs for your carb intake. And lastly, on show day, you're just going to let the work pay off. If you put in the work on the off season, it's going to show. So just go out there, have fun, and show them what you got. All right, guys, so bodybuilding isn't exactly rocket science. It's pretty simple, but it's definitely not easy. So remember to stay focused, stay sharp, and let the work pay off. Again, my name is Chad. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content similar to this.